Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a crunch matchup here in the 3rd Region as Butler County and the Bears pay a visit to Tiger Arena to take on the hometown Fighting Tigers in what can only be anticipated as a shootout for the ages. And speaking of for the ages, I am joined tonight by a special guest. You may know, you do remember him as one of, if not the all-time GOAT of Break Live commentary, nicknamed TPC, the People's Commentator, and nicknames, of course, are 100% earned and never self-anointed. It is Simon Drain. Simon, welcome back.
Man, it's good to be back. It's one of the most fun parts of my high school experience, coming here, be able to commentate the games, and it's going to be a fun one tonight, Mr. G.
I think so, too, and, I mean, you can't ask for more. We've got a hometown team that's having a good season, and a visiting team that, well, they're looking to go back to Lexington this year.
Yeah, and I think, obviously the first thing about Butler County, you got to mention the loss of Lawson Rice, torn ACL before the season, and obviously everybody knows Ty Price coming into this game averaging 29.5 points per game, but Lawson Rice, we saw firsthand, we saw in that Davis County game how integral he was in just their pursuit of being and success of being, region champions and going on to Lexington. So I think without him, obviously it's going to hurt their chances, but they're still a great basketball team. Record, obviously, 11-9. It's kind of misleading considering they had a daunting schedule.
Their schedule is grueling.
I don't think they've lost one game, I think, in the region. I know they lost to Davis County, but other than that, which is, probably the region favorite.
No shame in that. Well, Simon, we were just getting into our flow, but we're going to have to pause for the national anthem. You try to remember this well. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And so we're back, Simon, and ready. About 4 minutes on the scoreboard in-house till the opening tip. And I have to say, I remember when we had this conversation about a month ago, I guess. You're like, hey, I'm I'm available. I was like, immediately, yes, definitely, because we've had some fun games in this Vantage Point, some really exciting ones, and this has a chance to be another one.
I think so, and I think, for Breckenridge County, obviously the key is going to be to stop and Ty Price, but offensively, I think, obviously, we have an elite guard of our own in the region in Mercer Rogers. I think the support around him tonight is going to have to step up in a big way because, you look at, for Ty Price, his supporting cast, you have Justin Castlin, 14.5 points, Briar Griffin, 12 points, and he's a defensive specialist as well, one of the best defenders, arguably the best perimeter defender in the region, as well as, Trevor DeWeese with about 10 points a game as well. So he has a pretty good supporting cast around him. Obviously missing Lawson Rice hurts, but they still got a very, very good squad.
Yeah, it's not just like it's Price and nobody. This is a team that has some depth, and you can't go to Lexington without that. And so they did that last year. And you talk about the Fighting Tigers, who's going to step up to help Mercer. There are some consistent shouts there. Jonah Miller right at 10 points on the season. Ryan Nottingham and Braden Carmen right at 9. But it's a team that, not maybe expected to score in the 70s, 80s, 90s every night. And Butler County, they have the most points in the region, so they can fill it up. So if it gets to be a high-scoring game, y'all better just buckle up at the house.
Yeah, and that's kind of Butler County's MO. They want to get out and transition, play fast, and score a lot of points. And that's really not the style of basketball Breck County wants to play, or really, in my opinion, needs to play to be able to win a game like this. One thing I want to talk about is kind of the emergence of Ryan Nottingham, because he's a guy that I didn't think last year really wasn't as big of a focal point in the offense as he is now. And he's definitely taking a step up. I saw the first time around against Breckenridge County here, I think he had 18 points or something like that. He had a pretty good game, and alongside Mercer Rogers. So I think Heaves, somebody tonight, gets a step up in a big way for Breckenridge County to get a win.
Yeah, and he's somebody that, I like to think about the game from a fan excitement standpoint. He has the ability to rise and rip. He can throw it down. There's a few guys on this Fighting Tigers team. I always want to dunk. Maybe not since the days of Kavion Mitchell have we had an in-game dunker that could just raise the level of the crowd. And I'm telling you, Simon, our pep section better get with it, because there have been some quiet games over there. Like the Owensboro game, we lost that game. It was a close game. It was just really silent. So I'm probably not listening to us, but come on, y'all.
It also don't really look as full as usual. I don't know if they have a theme. It's just kind of like just basic theme.
I think the theme tonight might have been "Don't Show Up," because this is like
a marquee type of game,
a huge game.
Huge game.
What like Butler County, maybe traditionally not looked at as a big night, but always a team that's kind of got that grit to them. But lately, this is a premier matchup in the region.
Definitely defending region champions.
Yeah.
It's even just the regular crowd turnout is not even as much as you really would expect for. Obviously it's not a doubleheader, but still this is a big game. Should be an entertaining game. One of the best players in the region, arguably the best player in the region in Ty Price, one of the best players in the state. So it's definitely going to be a good game tonight.
I think he's 4th right now in the state in points per game. That's just. Anytime if you just like basketball and there's a player that's scoring 30, can get you 50. Like he could go 50 tonight, definitely. And it wouldn't be like a shock. It'd be like, yep, great players can fill it up, and that's what he is.
No, and speaking of the 50 margin, a week from today against Muhlenberg County, and also speaking of them, that's just a big win. Muhlenberg County, that's one of the better, I'd say arguably one of the top 5 teams in the region. They go to their place, beat them by 24, and Ty Price gives you 47 points.
Yeah.
Against I've seen Muhlenberg County play against Grayson County, obviously in person. They beat Grayson County in the game I watched. They're a good defensive team, and 47 points for Ty Price. It's no easy feat for sure.
Right, and that's something that at the high school level, you got to come watch. We thank y'all for watching at home on Breck Live. Appreciate your support. Hit that like button and subscribe, but I don't know. It's just something about seeing it live, seeing somebody. You mentioned earlier, Simon, the matchup last season in the region, first round, Davis County, Butler County. Being able to see that live was just awesome. Yeah.
It was just that game was just a fun, because we obviously got to cover region tournament, and we wanted to get there early specifically to just see that.
Yeah.
Because that was a game that Davis County was expected to win their district, and they didn't. I think they lost by 1 point, ended up losing. So that really probably should have been a region championship.
It felt like it.
In my opinion, those were the two best teams in the region last year, and they matched up in the first round. We wanted to go see that game, and Jonathan Moss leading the region favorite probably right now, Davis County, and Ty Price. They both had, I think, 35-plus in that game.
It was wild.
It was a spectacular game.
Yeah, and we'll be right back.
High School for tonight's third region.
And so we'll be bringing you the starting lineups here right now. Get ready. Visitors first.
Interesting you see kind of, I think, a rotating door of starters this year for Breckenridge County. In the games I've seen, at least, it's kind of inconsistent who they have starting. I know you've seen Lance start some games, Braxton Toll, Chase go in there, Jonah, it's kind of been a revolving door of guys you're seeing starting.
Definitely. And not as much of a surprise for the Bears with their lineup. They have guys that are going to be out there most of this game.
Starting five, the normal starters, it's Price, Caslin, Griffin, DeWeese, Trevor DeWeese, that is. We got two DeWeeses, and Case Hooten.
That's them.
And forward the junior number 2, Ryan Nottingham.
You see the embrace there by Greg Cowan and Mercer Rogers. His trainer trains with Ty Price.
Okay.
Might see that respect there.
It is, yeah. I wonder what his internal dialogue is. No one will ever know but him. Mix of junior and senior action for the Fighting Tigers off the starters for the game. In the Cloverport game, the seniors did not play for the Fighting Tigers on Friday night. Final score 71-12, but all the seniors took a DNP coach's decision.
Seniors didn't play. You already got kids load managing in high school. Huh?
It's trickling down.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Price now over to Griffin. And that backcourt of Price and Griffin, it's going to be interesting to see how Breckenridge County plans to stop those guys tonight.
They definitely win the headband battle.
Double headband.
Yeah.
Caslin now over to DeWeese. Ty Price now, guarded closely by Mercer Rogers.
Yeah, that's a matchup. Oh, he got by him
Price
quickly, but slipped.
Slipped there. Three-pointer by Caslin is good. Caslin, the early three for Butler County. First bucket of the night.
That explosiveness from Price was just impressive to see.
A nice pass there by Carmen inside to Nottingham. Pass, loses the ball there. Nice pass back inside to Carmen. Carmen's layup, no good. Miller on the rebound. Loses it underneath.
I think Griffin was able to get in there and strip that as Jonah was getting ready to go up for two. But already, gotta catch our breath here. At least I do. Sort of a couple moments of hesitation there, though, in the first minutes for the Fighting Tigers. But that's not bad.
Play to get a wide open layup there for Nottingham.
Yeah, the Bears a little sleepy, sort of hibernating on that sequence. Oh, good strip there from Rogers off Price's foot.
And nice defense. We spoke about it a little bit pregame, just not on air, but Ty Price struggled in this building 2 years ago.
Yes.
In a Breckenridge County win, probably an upset win, you would say. And
yeah.
Hopefully maybe we can see some of them struggles tonight in favor of the Fighting Tigers. Rogers now takes the pull-up three, rims out. Nottingham tied up there. DeWeese, possession arrow going to head to Butler County.
I haven't asked anybody yet this year, Simon, but don't you wish we'd do it NBA style? Just jump it?
Yeah,
that'd be great.
I think we've had that conversation a couple of times.
I know, I missed
on
it.
Air.
I've missed it. I told you, it's like you never left.
Yeah.
I might get a little misty-eyed.
Caslin, another three, no good. Hooten fighting for the rebound with Carmen, and Carmen gets the rebound.
Yeah, I think fighting anything with Carmen, if that's the sentence, you don't want to be on the other end.
Yeah. Miller now. It's Castlin in the air. Braden Carmen in the corner three. Probably why he didn't take a lot of those. a little long there.
That gives the Bears a chance to run out.
And Price, deep pull-up three. He takes a lot of those, and that's not a shot he usually gets nothing but backboard there, but he does.
Yeah, he's going to look to lay this in.
Strip. Carmen, good enough foul to where he couldn't match
That's
the
what
shot.
you got to do, and there's nothing dirty or he doesn't have any bad intentions there, but Price, he's probably going to knock these down because he's an excellent free throw shooter, but you can't, if you're going to foul somebody on the way to the basket, that was a legal, hard foul. But he's probably good for these. He's one of the best in the state.
You have to make him earn it. Somebody heard a little chant from the student section there. A little Ty Price sucks chant.
I don't know if I'd poke the. I don't want to use the pun, but I'm sure it's been said before. Don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
Because you certainly don't want to say that about anybody, but certainly not if it's a patent lie. And he's going to be savvy enough to. That's not going to bother him.
Almost a 30-point per game score. Probably isn't the best idea. He goes up strong with the left-handed hook shot there.
He's had 4 points in about 4 seconds. Some chant. Another
the press causing Breckenridge County fits now. Hooten fighting with Nottingham. We're going to get a foul. I think it's going to go against Hooten.
Yeah,
and it is.
He was kind of upset with that. I thought he was going to do a snow angel there on the logo. It's still early in the game. Sometimes I don't like to see players roll around on the floor because of the sweat, but they're probably not lathered up yet.
Rogers now past the Toll. Toll to a cutting Miller. Miller, free throw line, jump shot long. Nottingham with the rebound, but poked away by Price. Price now in transition over to Castlin. Castlin trying to hit Price on the cut. We're going to get a foul there. Going to go against Jonah Miller.
Yeah. Now the officials are going to have I just hope we avoid a Breck County, Meade County situation where there were, I don't even know, 50 fouls?
Yeah.
Oh, good interception by Nottingham.
Nottingham in transition now, slows it down. He's going to get a foul. A lot of fouls early, speaking of the foul situation. First foul going to go against Brian Griffin. Nottingham going to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the basketball romantic in me would have liked to have seen a dunk attempt, but that would have been a crazy one.
Yeah, poster. On poster watch.
You know, I tried to give Ryan, I don't know if it stuck, but I tried to give him a nickname. Sheriff of Nottingham. We'll see.
Was he not a big fan of that one? Or?
Well, I didn't talk to him about it. I said it on the air during the Cloverport game, and I didn't hear anybody calling him that, so I guess it didn't work. I think it's pretty catchy.
Nottingham splits a pair, has all 3 Breckenridge County points early on. Griffin thought about the 3.
That been a confident shot off the spin.
Griffin.
And see, look at
squaring
Rogers.
Up tall. Griffin gets to the paint. Going to get a block.
That's going to be 2 on Carmen.
And that's the one kind of knock, if you have one on Braden Carmen, is the foul trouble.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword because his aggression of how he plays the game of basketball is what makes him as good of a player as he is, a walking double-double, you know. But also it's the fact of most nights you're probably going to see the 2 early fouls in the first quarter. And, you know, you got to just, with a guy like that, for one, it's about trust with your coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can you give him a long leash, keep him out there a long time with 2 fouls at Braden? You know, he's probably going to get a third pretty quickly if you do.
Yeah.
But you got to be smart as
Can't
a player, as a
off,
coach. But like I said, it kind of plays to his strengths at sometimes too because his aggression makes him one of the better rebounders and just overall players in this district and the region as well.
Yeah, Griffin knocking both of those down.
Rogers, nice move there in transition. Tries to get the pass to Poole. Stolen by Griffin.
Running out quickly.
Griffin taking the coast-to-coast pass in the corner.
Oh, that's a foul.
Another foul.
I think everybody bid on that fake.
Yeah.
That was Dewey, sort of a ball fake. Rewind that back, 3 people went after that one.
Yeah. A lot of early fouls for the Fighting Tigers now.
Yeah, it's I think you were talking about Carmen against Meade. He probably played maybe 6 minutes that game. He was not on the court a long time.
DeWeese.
Oh, my.
Pass too high.
Yeah, the pressure is starting to build here.
Flood going to come in the game now for Poole.
Yeah, that was
sloppy early basketball.
Quick hook there, too.
Yeah. Pass back to Griffin off the inbound. Griffin's three, good. Going to get a full timeout. Courtesy of Coach LaGrange. Nice start here for Butler County, and this is definitely not the ideal start for the Fighting Tigers. And one of the things I was going to mention pregame is this is not a team you want to get down big early against. It's one of the teams that kind of good at smelling blood in the water. If they can get out to a big lead, they're not going to relinquish that lead. They're not that kind of team. And it's one of those things where we talked about early how their schedule was kind of really tough.
Very tough.
And I think it prepares you for games like this, you know, game on the road against kind of a region foe. Wouldn't say the biggest rival in the world, but, you know, it's a team you know pretty well in the region. And this is one of those games where these early games against teams like Great Crossing, you know, with elite players in the state and just in the country.
Yeah.
It prepares you for a game like this, and it makes it a lot easier to come into Breckenridge County and go out and compete for a W.
And it's been a while since they've won here. So the last visit was a loss, and I'd have to go back to the archive, but there aren't really, you know, road games in this region. They're tricky, but so far the Bears making it look easy. On pace for over 100 points so far.
They're a high-scoring team for sure, but don't want to see them hit that 100 mark. Rogers corner three, no good. Miller comes up with the rebound. Miller has Rogers behind him. Rogers looking to slow it down.
Oh.
Ty reaching for the steal on Rogers there. Passes it to Hardesty. Hardesty's three is good. Big three there by Chase Hardesty to stop the 14-3 run.
Yeah, Price going for that steal. Rogers savvy, able to get the assist. But that's good from Griffin.
Jumper from Griffin, leading all scores with 7 so far early in the game. Miller now looking to break the press. Flood now tries to get it to Nottingham.
Bit of a telegraph on that pass. Won't be too long. The Fighting Tigers send out an SOS.
Nice move with the body there by Ty Price. Maybe could argue a push-off, but I don't think he really extended the elbow. Just kind of a strong move, get to the basket for the pull-up jumper.
Yeah, that was a collegiate move.
Another tough pass there from Jake Flood.
I think it's a little slow from Breckenridge County, but part of that is just the speed that Butler County plays with. But every pass you think half second faster would be good, but it's just a little slow.
Some subs in. I'm not sure if for Butler County if Curtis Murphy is rocking 0 tonight, having a 0 in. I'd assume that's probably him. But, happened a couple times last year commentating where we just had some numbers changes where there was just not the number the guy had on. If Nottingham makes a tough hook shot, that guy just wasn't on the roster number-wise. So it's kind of a guessing game
mystery
sometimes.
man.
But we'll see if he scores. We're going to get a double dribble called on Ty Price.
You could have had long odds on that, just a mental lapse, but he kind of shrugs it off.
Yeah. Rogers, Hardesty, Toll, Poole, and Nottingham in for the Tigers. For Butler County, we have presumably Murphy, Price, Caslin, DeWeese, and Griffin. And that looked potentially like it might have been off on.
It did.
On Caslin there, but going to stay with Butler County. 2:58 left here in the first quarter, 18-8 in favor of the Bears of Butler County.
You know, something I'm loving, Simon, and I probably won't get this finished before Butler County scores. Ooh.
Alley-oop play there.
But I was just going to say, kind of got a 90s NBA feel where you have My goodness.
Ripped away there by DeWeese. Pull-up three from Griffin, no good. Strong rebound by Hardesty looking to push. Swings it over to Poole. Poole, top of the key there to Tull. Rogers now. Guarded closely there by Murphy.
Looks like a zone now from the Bears.
Going to get a foul. It's going to be against Briar Griffin. I think that's going to be his second.
The foul is on number 15, Briar Griffin. That is his second team.
Pretty big foul. Griffin already has leading all scorer with 7 early points. So.
Yeah.
But you see the trust with his veteran player.
Rogers, acrobatic.
Nice and one there for his first points of the night. But you see the trust between player and coach. They're already going to keep Griffin in the game with those 2 early fouls.
And when Butler County switched to a zone, it ruined the point I was trying to make. But I was going to say, kind of a 90s NBA feel. You got your best scorers. They're guarding each other.
Yeah.
That always, both ends. I love to see it at both ends. Rogers, yes. Still within touching distance.
Definitely.
It's not ballooned like it looked like it might.
Double comes on Price. We get a foul there, I think, on Hardesty.
Yeah, I think it was when that catch. He was already up in the space on the catch. It will be free throws.
Free throws now, yeah. Figured the bonus had to be coming at some point there.
Had a lot of whistles. This is a Butler County team got 3 guys over 80%, 4 75 or greater from the free throw line.
First free throw is good by DeWeese.
So this is another looking for advantages for each team. If it gets to a free throw shooting contest, you'd be hard pressed to. Well, there you go.
Announcer jinx in the good way for us.
It happens sometimes, not by design. There's some quick movement of the ball from Jonah Miller.
Jonah, nice pass over to Poole. Poole's 3, good. High arcing 3 by Lance Poole.
That's
it to go.
Yeah, the speed. Jonah quick with those passes. That's contrast to earlier when we were turning it over.
Price, deep, contested 3 over Rogers. Kind of points at him after. Mercer kind of taps himself saying, I know this guy too well to be giving him that much space for him to get that 3 off.
Yeah.
Poole loses the pass. Price to Griffin. Going to get a foul there. Didn't see much contact. Maybe one of those things where in the NBA you kind of see if he hits the layup, you let it go. If he misses it, you call the foul, which I never agree with those because it's like if it's an and one, it's an and one, and the foul's a foul. But Griffin to the line again. Griffin, first free throw, good.
And Price is somebody, we all know this by now, it's not a secret. He can score quickly in bunches.
Yes.
Especially if his jumper's falling. He can rack them up.
And we kind of talked about the backcourt duo of Griffin and Price already combining for more points than Breckenridge County has total in 18, 9 apiece for both of them. Nice ahead pass from Lance Poole to Ryan Nottingham. 7 points for the night for Nottingham, leading Breckenridge County 26-16 with just about a minute to go here in the first quarter. Tough drive there from DeWeese. Ty Price, extra pass in the corner to Curtis Murphy. His first shot of the game is good.
Now that was an excellent pass. That's a next level pass from Price. The quick catch, one touch, on the money. Great pass.
Braxton Tull on a nice drive there.
The foul is on double zero, Curtis Murphy. That is his second.
That's 2 on Curtis Murphy as well.
2 quick ones.
Braxton Tull to the line, shooting 2.
Going to have Hooten probably coming in to get him. Tull on the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, Murphy's had an eventful 15 seconds. 3 in the corner, second foul.
Braxton Tull, first free throw is no good. And Hooten does come in now for Murphy. Braxton Tull, second free throw is up, and it is no good. Long rebound tipped around. Hooten pass to Price.
Double quick. Oh, what a
Nice
fine.
pass. Corner, DeWeese 3, no good. Tall rebound. Rogers now looking to push. Nice change of pace there by Rogers. Good pass to Poole in the corner. Step back 3 for Lance Poole is off. Rogers with the rebound, goes up strong. His layup, good.
Yeah.
But under 15 seconds to go here in a fast-paced first quarter.
I know.
Briar Griffin. Cross-court pass to Castlin in the corner to DeWeese. Back to Castlin. Got to get a shot off. Griffin, 3, good to end the quarter. Briar Griffin, 12 points on the quarter. 32-18, and Butler County with the lead.
Butler County on pace for 128 points. Surely that won't last, but they are hot to go.
And, you know, second time kind of going back to it about not really wanting to get down early against a team like Butler County. You can't let them score 32 points in the first quarter. Jeff LaGrange, you can hear him right now. Can't hear exactly what he's saying. Not sure if we want to. It's probably not the nicest things to his team, but he's kind of wake his team up. You know, 18 points in the first quarter, not bad. And for a team that's not the best scoring wise, that's what, pretty good pace.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, 72.
2, yeah.
Yeah, but 72.
Haven't been in school for a while, so
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah. Well, your math was
quick
excellent.
math's getting tough, but
Yeah.
you know,
That's about my limit. I can multiply sometime.
when you're giving up 32 and a quarter, that's pretty good pace for Butler County as well. So, gotta get stops if you're the Fighting Tigers here.
And just, that's it's going to be one of those things that you have to do it a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
There's no 5-point, 10-point shot, and you have to get it done defensively.
Yeah, and you got to give Butler County credit. This is one of the better shot-making teams you're going to see in this region. You know, and it's especially for a team that played yesterday. They played Hancock County yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's like second out of a back-to-back, coming out with a lot of energy. Got to give a lot of credit to those guys. Price now breaks the trap. Castlin thought about the 3. Volleyball line 3 from Ty Price. No good. Rebound. Not sure what the idea there was from Castlin. Just kind of caught it and just threw it.
Yeah,
kind of threw it in the middle to people. Rogers, fast break layup, no good. Price with the rebound looking to
can't
push.
be going for a steal. That's foul.
And I think, I'm not sure, Price had the pass ahead.
Yeah.
I think that was a hoot, and he kind of dribbled into Braxton Tall, but
Yeah, I
another
think
foul.
earlier Castlin might have heard you say volleyball line. He just spiked it under the basket.
Weird, he kind of just caught it and just threw it down. I'm not sure what the
It
idea
slipped
there was from
sometimes.
Castlin.
But you can clearly see the Fighting Tigers, when Price gets it out up top, a double's coming quickly, but so far they're making the extra pass and just knocking down the open shot. Rogers is going to be tired tonight, but he's hanging with him. Oh, that was
Good
a
pass by Ty Price.
great pass, but got to be honest, poor defensive work has left him.
I think it was the help. I mean, Price got past Rogers pretty easily, and nice pass inside there to Jonah Miller for his first points of the night. Back and forth affair here. 34-20, 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. Price gonna get another foul.
It's Mercer.
Foul on Rogers.
Braden's back. Braden Carmen checking back in with those 2 fouls.
6:39 here. We'll see when it is when he gets that. It's that third.
You know, I'm saying he's not going to commit a third foul this half.
I know we aren't promoting betting here on Breck Live, but I would like to bet that I don't believe that will happen. But for Breck County's sake, I hope so. Corner, Lance Poole left all alone. Poole, no good. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. I think it's going to go against Castlin.
Yep. Bears are picking right up where they left off, but just it's great to help. But you can't help at the expense of giving up a wide open layup.
Yeah.
There's got to be some rotation in there when there's help.
And I think,
yeah.
not to cut you off,
No,
I
you're
think
good.
it's a tough ask for Mercer Rogers to guard the best player in the region while also having to be the primary scorer and facilitator on this team. So I think it's, to his credit, it's a very hard job that, it's you can't understate it at all. It's tough.
Definitely. And he's a competitor, though.
Yeah, and credit to him. I'm sure that's an assignment he probably asked for. So credit to him. Layup missed by DeWeese.
A lot of contact down there. No whistle. Jonah kind of went down in stages.
I think Coach LaGrange wanted a foul there, maybe a charge. And the three is good. Second three of the night from the same spot there by Chase Hardesty. A little left wing three. Step back deep three from Ty Price. Way off. Carmen with the save.
That's some hustle play. That'll get the crowd going.
Chase thought about throwing deep the pool. He's going to take it up the court himself.
That's a read.
Foul.
Yeah.
It's going to go against Hooten.
Well, one thing Price isn't going to worry about, I mean, he airballed that three, but he's probably going to take 12 more.
Another three where he hit just backboard. He comes down, knocks down another three. It's not going to phase him. Shoot or shoot. You got to have a short memory when you're that good of a shooter.
Yeah. He's got jump shot amnesia. A lot of hands on Rogers as he drives.
Rogers, tough layup in the lane there. And I think you see this a lot in the NBA now, too. Hand checking is technically illegal, but it's allowed. They don't even really call it anymore. Nice up and under layup there by Justin Caslin. He's up to 9 points for the night, but you see a lot of hand checking that they don't really call anymore because it's offensive players, especially in the NBA now, are just so skilled that if you were going to enforce that, it's kind of impossible to play defense. Hardesty, another three, will lead to a Jeff LaGrange quick timeout, 30-second timeout. And we talked about the supporting cast around Rogers tonight.
Sure.
Had to show up to keep this game competitive. 10-point game, 4:47 in the second quarter, but Hardesty leading Breckenridge County in scoring with 9 3-3s. Nottingham with 7 as well. Mm-hmm. You have, Jonah Miller with 2, Lance Poole chipped in with a 3 as well.
Yep.
They're not playing a bad game offensively at all. Defensively is where you kind of just got to buckle down and Griffin and Price are going to hit tough shots. But like you see at Mercer, the good contest, Price airballs the 3. Is that a good shot for most people? No. Is that a good shot for him? He can get a better one.
Yeah.
But it's one of those shots that I've seen him take and I've seen him make before. But all you can do is defend that the best of your ability, and Mercer did there, and he forced a stop. You got to just string those together, keep knocking down shots on the other end, and keep this game close.
And Carmen securing the rebound off that air ball too, with that hustle, falling out of bounds, saving it in.
Definitely.
That stuff doesn't show up on the KHSA stat sheet, but
Braden Carmen, one of the hardest playing players in the region, so got to give him all the credit in the world there for the hustle and the effort. Caslin now to pass. Murphy's 3 all alone, his second 3 of the night. 6 for Curtis Murphy, lead for Butler County, back up to 13.
And you keep waiting for the Bears to go kind of cool, but if they don't, they will put up a lot.
Hardesty stays hot. Pull up.
Feeling it.
A little mid-range jumper there for Hardesty. He's up to 11.
Having one of those games where he probably can't feel his legs in a good way.
Griffin had the 3 there to Caslin. His 3, good. They can't miss right now, and that's just one of those things where Jeff LaGrange isn't happy with his team's defense, but at the end of the day, this is a team that 35% three-point shooting as a team is pretty good. Right now, they're shooting a lot better than 35%, and they're knocking down a lot of their threes tonight.
And that Griffin drive and dish freed it up. Nice hustle from Rogers.
Poole, 3, no good. Caslin, strong rebound over Miller. Price now.
Watch out.
Pull up 3 from him. It's good, and they refuse to miss right now, and that's one of those things where you see on the fast break, Price is kind of slowing down, squaring up. You knew it was going up.
No, we're sitting up here. Watch out. Look out.
But you didn't get a hand in his face. And Poole, tough take. Gets it to go. I thought he might be trying to dunk it there, but the guy kind of, the angle the guy took wasn't the dunk on you kind of angle.
Right.
Just go up strong and
he
to go.
Finished, Like you say, scoring 32 with 3 minutes and change left in the second. That's it's a good game, but just so happens the other team got 47.
They are. I mean, I still think going into Owensboro in that region tournament. This is going to be a hard team to beat, no matter if they have Lawson Rice or not. And, that's the crazy thing. Credit to them, because with Lawson, in my opinion, there's no doubt in my mind, this team repeats as region champions, no doubt in my mind. And with how good they are still on the steal, Rogers going up strong, might have been fouled again, no call. Nice transition steal there. But like I was saying, man, without Lawson Rice, for these guys to be this good still, just a credit to the coaching and just the talent of the players. Well, might be able to get a travel there, stepping through for Griffin. We're going to get a foul on, I think, Rogers. And 2 on Mercer. Not great, especially with him guarding a 30-point per game scorer in Ty Price.
You saw him. He looked at the bench and said, no, leave me in here. Now, a few players could get away with that, but Mercer,
he's definitely one of them.
He's one that can handle.
He's going to drive strong. Wide open 3.
That's probably the
best look
cleanest look. Pass was a little off, a little out of the.
You saw Jeff LaGrange before the shot even went up. He saw him catch it. He kind of just turned his back and was just like, man, what are we doing?
Oh, offensive foul.
I'm not sure who's that going to go against.
I think it's
Braden Carmen.
Well,
not a big fan of the foul.
It's a good thing there is no.
I said it was 6:39. I wrote it down. 2:40.
About 4 minutes.
I'll give him credit, but probably longer than what I thought it was going to be. But
I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either. I was looking at Mercer. I didn't see the foul. They off the ball foul there. So Price pull up 3. Yeah. Good. Ty Price feeling it now.
That's his game. He's probably the only player in the state with more threes made than 2s. And you can see why. It's almost like a layup for him.
Some pushing and shoving going on with Miller and Price. A little pushing and shoving, trying to get the screen set. Some Butler County fans not liking the.
I might have to agree with the Butler County fans. Yeah. It looked like Griffin took a shoulder to the chin.
Griffin, that's 3 on Briar Griffin. He kind of asking for an explanation for himself. A lot of the Butler County fans didn't like the, Price tried to fight through the screen, and Miller kind of gave him a shove right back, kind of like, you're not going to push me around like that.
Yeah, but I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Nothing dirty, just physical play.
Nottingham, the pass to a cutting Rogers, spin move. That's going to be a foul.
Oh, count that.
Count the basket.
Woo, wow.
They didn't count that?
Oh.
Traveling violation called against Rogers.
Official on the far side counted the basket. Official under the basket counted the basket. One official on the near side says travel. I don't know about that time.
Yeah, I don't love that call. It looked like I didn't think it was a travel. It was a spin move.
Yeah, I think that's got to be a makeup for that Griffin.
I think so too.
Because that's egregious. And then right there, I think they don't blow the whistle because they know they.
Yeah, I think that was probably a foul. Too. Miller taking it coast to coast here. Good move from Jordan Miller. Take it coast to coast and go all the way. Great game so far.
Yeah. And a few calls that are just bad, that'll ratchet up the tension too.
I want to say.
They got a timeout, but why? They had a layup.
Yeah. Not one of those where the ref didn't hear him until it was like, oh, well, did they not count the layup? It was already 37, was it not? And they didn't count the last layup? It should be 39, I think.
I'll have to check. I think I may have written down.
I could be wrong about that, but I just thought it was still 37.
Let's see. I've got 37.
Might be.
Yeah, I think you and I just both probably assumed that the Mercer layup was good. I mean, I don't want to moan and groan, but that was such a great move to spin through the lane, getting fouled, the contortion to get it off the glass. Official on the other side who had the better view does his count it, guy under the basket. He just had his hand in the air for a foul, which you would assume is going to be a foul, but the near side calls the travel. Come on.
To Ty Price.
Yeah, you got to pick him up at the logo.
He's hot right now. He's hitting 3 straight threes. He's feeling it. Rogers picking him up deep.
And he just makes it look effortless.
Yeah. On court back. You see how close Rogers is guarding him that deep. Jabbing at the volleyball line now. Price, tough move. Tough block from Nottingham. Couldn't get it. And the layup on the other end by Garrett Phelps. Only averaging 3 points, only played in 6 games this year.
There he is. Man, you do all that hard work, Simon. Get a great block. Have hands on the basketball. Just don't secure it.
And you see the foul trouble now stacking up for both teams. You know, you have 2 on Castlin, 3 on Briar Griffin, who was having a spectacular half.
Sure.
3 on Carmen, 2 on Rogers. A lot of guys with 2 for the Fighting Tigers as well. So foul trouble stacking up.
And it's still, we're Breckenridge County being haunted by that first quarter blitz. It's 14-3. I know this is a 15-point game. That was 11, but that deficit early, it's a hard mountain to climb against this team.
Poole misses a pair at Nottingham with the rebound. Hardesty gets the 3, beats it up, and Chase Hardesty stays hot. 4th 3 of the first half for Hardesty, 14 for him. The lead back down to 12 for Butler County. Price double team in the corner. Down low to cutting to Weiss. Hooten, Castlin 3, no good.
Well,
Miller with the rebound. If I'm Breckenridge County, I might want to hold for the last shot, but they're going to take it up in transition. And Rogers back down to a 10-point deficit for the Fighting Tigers.
this has got the makings of a spicy second half,
They
Simon.
need to get a stop right here and keep this momentum. Get the crowd hot. And pass to Phelps. Long there. Castlin on the drive. Nottingham squared up for the charge. We're going to give him a block. And Coach LaGrange, not a big fan of the foul.
I have not seen, well, my memory's not very good, but I don't remember a charge granted to the Fighting Tigers here this season. How many times we've been up here with Breck Live and seeing that given as a block?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And the thing that you see a lot is the first free throw by Castlin is good. About that, when the players actually intend to take the charge, usually when they don't call the charge, usually they just call it on, they're just driving, a guy pushes off or lowers the shoulder. But right there, he got set. He might have been a little late there as Castlin knocked down a pair, but I thought it was a charge.
Yeah, Castlin certainly wasn't in the air yet.
Yeah.
So got to finish the quarter now on the high.
It's in the double to Rogers. Hardesty going to get a foul on Price reaching in. He's been doing that all game, just reaching in. Not a defensive specialist, so you kind of got to rely on, trying to pick the pocket, but first on Price.
Yeah,
it's in Hardesty to the line.
Yeah, and Chase having his career arc, but 14 in the first half.
Yeah.
Got to be one of his better offensive outputs.
See if we can knock down a pair here, get him to 16 there. First one is good for Chase Hardesty.
He's going to hope the first half never ends. They just keep giving me the ball.
With 4.1 seconds here on a missed shot, or a make, but especially on a miss, with Ty Price on the court.
Oh, I'd be shocked if he doesn't get a shot off.
Let's say you make it, he should not touch the basketball. Anybody else can shoot the ball, he shouldn't touch it, especially if the shot is made. Hardesty, second free throw is good. He knocks on a pair up to 16. And Price got the ball.
Oh, no shot.
No shot. No shot. No shot. And the Butler County fans.
That's a good call. It was still in his hands. They don't like it.
Butler County fans don't like it.
Just rewind it on Breck Live, everybody. There was no shot.
Be sure to like and subscribe while you're here. But we'll take a quick break. 54-44 for the first half of action. Great game. Be sure to stick around for the second half of action here at Breck Live.
Tiger One Bank, sponsored by First State Bank, is conveniently located in the commons of Breckenridge County High School and is open every Tuesday through Friday during lunch. Did you know that students with accounts at First State Bank are able to conduct their First State Bank transactions at school during lunch? And if you don't have an account but would like to open one, a First State Bank employee is at Tiger One every Tuesday through Friday. This employee can help you start the process of opening a student checking account. Students that open a student checking account with First State Bank with a minimum deposit of $25 receive a $50 bonus from First State Bank. There is no time requirement that funds must remain on deposit to receive the bonus.
Now that's my kind of bank.
First State Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Contact First State Bank for full terms and disclosure.
And welcome back for what's sure to be an exciting second half of action between the Fighting Tigers of Breckenridge County and the Bears of Butler County. 54-44 at halftime. When you see a team that's on pace for 108, definitely a good one we have in store for us the second half. Breckenridge County on pace for 88 points, but when you on pace to give up 108, it's definitely a recipe for disaster for sure.
It is. I've seen final scores lower than this.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be a matter of defense in this half. I mean, you hear defense is going to win you some games. Well, which team can put together some stops? Because both of them are on a tear offensively.
And, I mean, in most games this year, if you told Jeff LaGrange at halftime, you're going to be having 44 points at the half, he'd be pretty excited. But if you're going to give up 54 at the half,
he'd be
then I don't think he'd be excited with that prospect. Running down the scoring a little bit, you got 3 already in double figures for Butler County. Price with 15, 14 for Castle, and 12 for Griffin. Leading the way for Breckenridge County, Chase Hardesty knocked down 4 threes in that first half and was on fire for a stretch, coming down and knocking down tough mid-range jumpers and threes. So he's somebody, hopefully we can see him. He didn't cool down very much in the locker room.
I know. At halftime can do that to you.
Yeah. Rogers also with 11. Facilitated well in the first half as well. Obviously, you see him guarding Price. It's tough. And, you know, you probably expect him to be a little tired on the other end of the floor as well with him, you know, having to guard the best player in the region all night. So it's tough, but I think he's done a good job. And even some of the shots that Price has made, I mean, they're deep threes, hand in his face, and he just knocked them down. So at the end of the day, you tip your cap to him and just say, hey. I mean, there's the one from the volleyball line where Mercer kind of didn't have a hand up, but he kind of said, my bad on that one, even though it's the volleyball line he's shooting the ball from, but he's that good of a shooter. So I think he's done a good job on both ends of the floor tonight.
Definitely. And the Bears, they've shown a few different looks defensively. Breckenridge County's been pretty much man-to-man, actually exclusively. But the Bears shifted into a sort of a zone 2-3 look. Now, for a while, Price was guarding Rogers, but they went away from that. So,
yeah, and I think the tough part, the reason why you haven't seen a lot of zone from us, I think the tough part is it's hard to run zone, for one, against Ty Price whenever you're set up at the three-point line and he can shoot far beyond the three-point line. You have to kind of extend your zone. It kind of messes up everything else on the perimeter, for one. And two, they have a really spaced out type of offense. I mean, they run a lot of fast pace up and down the floor, but whenever they're in the half court, it's kind of 5 out, tie and you know, everybody kind of just spread out in the corners, and it's hard to rotate, and their guys have been pretty much open all game in the corners anyway, shooting threes, Caslin and DeWeese. So it's hard to run zone at a team like that. You kind of just got to hope for the best, running man, and just hope Ty Price and, you know, Griffin don't kill you on that. So it's tough, but I think they can definitely do better. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a good shooting team, and if they're knocking down tough threes, you got to just tip your cap and just say they got you tonight.
I think if a coach decides to run a zone against Butler County, it might be time to remove the stipend.
Yeah, it's not
because that's
ill-advised with the way they play.
Yeah. Not that I would ever say somebody should lose their job, but
definitely not the smartest coaching decision you can make. And we're going to see Griffin in the game now with those 3 fouls. Starting off with Carmen on the bench with 3 fouls for him. Price, fadeaway jumper, no good. Strong rebound. And the best we look about Butler County, Breckenridge County's only down by 10 points right now, and Rogers with the 3 is off, but only being down 10 after that bad of a defensive first half is a testament to how good they were offensively.
Miller hitting the back of the head by Griffin. No call.
You're going to get a foul. It's going to be on Rogers, I believe. It's going to be on 2, Nottingham.
So Jonah Miller's on the floor. He goes to throw that pass as sort of an outlet. Gets clobbered in the back of the head. No dice. Coach LaGrange better watch out. He's
Ref kind of told him, hey, that's enough. Ty in a tough spot. Good pass to Hooten. Hooten kind of in a bad spot, though. Dribbles out of it. You're going to get him out of bounds.
I think we call that a makeup, potentially.
Seen a couple of those early tonight.
I know. You wish they didn't have to exist.
Miller now trying to get past Hooten. Toll.
There's Hardesty.
Hardesty.
See what he does.
Behind the back now, gets it over to Rogers. Rogers, hand in his face. Driving on Price, tough layup. No good. But Rogers can go to the line and shoot two. And you see Mercer making Ty work whenever he's on him defensively. If Ty's going to go and get his 30 on one end, that's fine. We're going to make him work if he's going to be guarding our best player in Rogers and see what he can do on the defensive end. And Rogers going right at him and going to the line for two.
Yeah, drawing that foul is 2 on Price.
And, it's interesting because their best defender on ball by far is Briar Griffin. But you're not going to see him on Rogers because he already has 3 fouls. So you're going to try to have him kind of off the ball a little bit more, try to limit him as the lead is now down to single digits for Butler County.
Yeah. It's
knocks on a pair for Rogers. It's an 8-point game.
Still there. It's all there to play for. Butler County so far unable to score this half. Some renewed defensive intensity from the home team.
Castlin catch and shoot 3. No good. Rogers on the rebound. Rogers pass to Miller. Miller's driving.
Ooh, going up strong.
Griffin went up with him there. Maybe could have got a fourth potentially on him. 2 possession game now. 6 points.
It's just the start the Fighting Tigers needed. Just got to watch Price. This would be about the time he would silence the rally.
Jab on Rogers. Shake one way, tough drive. Nice pass to Hooten. Hooten now the pass. Maybe a travel there, and it is.
Hooten needs to go up with that after Price did all the work. Just shoot the jumper.
Now I think, surprised they don't have Murphy in instead of Hooten. Hooten kind of looks a little bit nothing against him, but it looks kind of timid on the other end offensively. And Murphy knocked down 2 threes, pacing the floor. Obviously with Ty, he's always a drive and kick kind of guy. That's how he likes to play, getting downhill and kick as well. So surprised you're not seeing Murphy instead of Hooten there on the other end.
Yeah, looking to go with the senior over the junior.
Rogers on the drive. Tough drive from Rogers. Layup no good over the back. And it's going to be a good call there. It's going to go against Trevor DeWeese.
I mean, you think about, down the line, these teams could see each other again at the regional level. So these moments are key. Oh, that's going to be a foul. Surely, to goodness. Got him in the air, went up into him. Excuse me for my surely to goodness. But I was saying these moments, you can learn a lot about a team.
Castlin now down low to Hooten. Hooten layup, good.
That was so easy. 3 players
You
collapsing.
saw so much attention there on Price. Miller comes over. The pass over to Castlin and then leaving Hooten open there. Toll left all alone.
That's what they wanted.
The disrespect there.
Yeah, Coastal Grange sort of unhappy with that.
The carry.
Watch for the makeup call here, Simon.
Griffin thought about the 3 there.
Ooh, that pass was sort of floated, but
Griffin on the drive in the corner. DeWeese, his corner 3, no good. Braxton Tall kind of boxed out, but nobody went for the rebound. That's going to be a third there on that 3 on Castlin.
could be, and Jonah Miller clearing out there with the elbows.
Third on Justin Castlin. The fouls, trouble racking up now on both sides.
It was rare that last possession you saw that rebound hit the court.
Yeah,
with so many bodies around.
You saw Braxton Tall had the firm box out. He just didn't. he just kept the box out. Didn't go get the ball.
Yeah, working on Griffin.
That pass there. Nottingham regains it. Looking for somebody to pass the ball to. He has his dribble.
Yeah.
Price with a hand check there.
Yep. 2 hands down low too.
Rogers on the drive, loses it. Going to get a foul.
I think they're going to get DeWeese in the air.
Getting a little, whistle happy here.
I know that's Butler County 4 fouls. Next one puts the Fighting Tigers on the line.
You got 3 on Castlin, 3 on Griffin. Tall, thought about the 3. Hardesty, 1 jab, 3, no good. Rebound, fought for Toll. Toll comes away with it. Should have been an and one.
I know, it's a
And
lot of
knocks it down.
contact.
And that should have been a fourth foul on Briar Griffin there.
He
Kind of
probably
holding
got
them.
7 fouls total. Had the one on Jonah, the one on the Jonah layup, and then that one.
In a two-possession game now. Again, and Braxton Toll, I'd go up strong here on him. High's going for the charge, and they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
And fouls Coach LaGrange. He has reason to be mad because that same thing on that same spot on the court for Ryan Nottingham, and they don't give him the call. And Jeff LaGrange has the right to be mad here.
Yep.
My thing about refereeing, I've always said this. I don't mind if you're calling a physical game. That's fine with me, but it has to be physical on one end and physical on the other. It can't be an inconsistently called game.
Yep.
As long as you're consistent, I don't really care how you're calling the game. Just call it consistently.
No
Nice
look.
pass from Price there inside to Castlin. That was kind of a momentum killer there for the Fighting Tigers. The charge and then the layup. Giving up on the other end. Rogers now. It's going to be a reach in. That's going to be on Price.
He's got active hands. He's not going to let you have a moment of rest.
Man, he's been reaching, like I said, he's been reaching in since the first quarter. Every time he's
around the
reaching
back.
in.
Yeah.
Trying to pick the pocket of Rogers every time he's coming up the court with the ball. So
Should be free throws, too. Now, Mercer, he shows up on the KHSAA free throw leaders. He's right at over 80%.
first one is good for Mercer Rogers. And we talked about the pace scoring-wise. Butler County came into this quarter 54, only 58, around 4 minutes, 30 seconds in
Yeah.
to the half. So
It's been a chippy quarter. 7-4 right now, advantage. Well, 8-4 right now, advantage Fighting Tigers. Much more defensive, and the shots aren't dropping.
Rogers up to 15. Hold Butler County only 4 points in the quarter, about 4 minutes in, is no easy feat. Griffin to Castlin in the corner for three. Silences the crowd. Castlin, great game, leading them in scoring with 19 points so far tonight.
Miller's got the back door. Hardesty didn't see him.
Hardesty ripped by Hooten, and Rogers runs right to Price.
Oh, don't
Price
leave
leaving
him.
for three. He misses it.
Got out of
Poole
jail
now
on that one.
looking to run the break. Might want to slow it down
Yeah,
here. Definitely need to slow it down
Yeah,
here.
just chill.
Let's slow it down here.
Watch out, Braden.
Mercer says
Don't be moving.
no for the screen. Mercer can just kind of see what he does
Got
here.
the switch.
Good pass by Rogers inside to Miller. Miller reverse layup is good.
Yeah, Griffin.
Too easy for Jonah Miller there.
Griffin elected not to contest with the fouls.
Gotta string together some stops here for the Fighting Tigers. Price. Rogers.
Oh, Mercer, watch out. Don't get teched. You don't be running now off the floor, but
Bo Jackson can run out of the arena there.
I know, yeah. At the, I think that was at the Seahawks, if memory serves.
It was way before my time, but
Bo versus the Boz. Brian Bosworth. Advantage, Bo Jackson, of course.
both of those guys got a pretty good 30 for 30s as well as a nice little pull up there by Ty Price. 17 on the night for Price. His first points of the half.
Oh, watch out.
A little push off there, but a Poole now over to Hardesty.
Yeah, going to need to.
Griffin reaching in. Look at somebody try to go hard at Griffin. Gonna get a foul. It's gonna go against Hooten, I believe, underneath guarding Miller.
Free throws for the junior.
Third on Case Hooten now.
And this is one of those things like when you're sort of down and you make a comeback, so many times you see teams get close, but they can't get over the top of it. And, cutting into two possessions, now it's down to three, or back to three. Miller gets that to go. It's hard. It is hard to get over the deficit when you get in a hole.
Yeah, but Breckenridge County had a great job just fighting back, keeping this game competitive. Miller misses the second free throw. Still an 8-point deficit for the Fighting Tigers. The foul trouble starting to mount. Castlin with three. Griffin with 3, Hooten with 3. He goes to the bench for Murphy. Poole guarding Griffin.
Oh, Griffin had the blow by there, but he just backs it out.
Price squaring up with Rogers.
Got a 5-second call.
And Ty Price doesn't agree with it, but
A wry smile from the Breckinridge County number 10. Like, yeah, you can dance all day. I'll just stand here, man.
My thing is, I don't know if usually you got to be a little bit closer than what Mercer was to him. Mercer wasn't really that. He wasn't up into him. Usually, is you need to be to get that call, which benefits the Fighting Tigers. So I have no problem with it, but it's going to be a foul on Lance Poole.
I think they might.
Castlin with some words for Poole after the fact.
Yeah, this something about basketball and sports in general with stuff like words after the fact. It's hard to regulate emotions in a tense game, and you can sit on the side and be like, they shouldn't say that, but that is much easier said than done. Oh,
wide open pull-up jumper. Just nobody even around Curtis Murphy there. He's up to 8 points. Defense kind of falling apart. It's the turnovers that kind of ruin the momentum for the Fighting Tigers. That's got to be a foul on Castlin, and it is. Butler County fans don't like it, but I don't see what the problem was. He had his getting hand checked the whole way up the court, and then kind of gives him a bump, a little shove.
Yeah, I guess they would be wanting some kind of over and back, but maybe he had some help going back there.
Yeah.
Kind of looked like they were out on the swing set, got a little push.
Yeah, and this is one of those classic moments to where it's an environment where both fans are unhappy with the refereeing.
Yeah, which is
I'm sure the referees love being in that position where you can do no right in this scenario.
Right. That'd be tough. It'd be tough to be an official.
Yeah.
Of course, you make it I'm not saying this about tonight, but you make it harder for yourself if you're inconsistent.
Yeah. I think the only real thing tonight you can say is the charge called that Nottingham didn't get. Price pull up 3, no good. Long rebound.
Somehow it ends up with Murphy.
Price pass inside to DeWeese. Going to get an offensive foul.
Yeah, he cleared him out with that left hand. Now you really got some angry folks in blue. And this is a chance to sort of light the powder keg for the fourth quarter. A Breckinridge County bucket here is going to blow the roof off.
Coach LaGrange, I'm ordering the guys. You hope for the last shot. Taken preferably by Mercer Rogers. Ty Price still reaching. Full court.
Double team
comes. Rogers, I'm not sure what happened there. I think he might have got tipped.
And here we
go
are.
hard at Griffin here. They send the double. DeWeese, pass inside to Carmen. Carmen layup good.
That's what you wanted.
2-possession game. Got to get a shot up. Full court heave by Griffin. No good. And the Fighting Tigers were able to cut it to a 2-possession game once again, 65-59. We'll take a quick break in between quarters, and we'll be right back. And we're back now for the final quarter of action from a spectacular game, 65-59. Butler County leads Breckinridge County by 6 entering the fourth quarter. And, man, Mr. G, it's been a great one.
Yeah, if your sofa has seat belts, this would be the time to activate because you can just buckle up. This quarter, if it matches what we just saw in the third, honestly, there's no way to say how it's going to go because the Fighting Tigers – cut a 10-point deficit at halftime to a 5-point or a 6-point deficit here. So they're hanging in there, and they got the ball to start the fourth.
Hardesty, deep three, rims out. Miller fighting for the rebound. Rogers comes down with it, gets Murphy in the air, goes up strong with the layup, and it's good. 4-point game, the closest it's come.
Closest we've been in a while. It was 5-2, I think.
65-61.
Price.
Deep three. Knew he missed it.
Then he chased down. It's going to be a numbers advantage if the Fighting Tigers push.
We've got to get Rogers there on the break.
Here comes. Watch Price from the back.
Got to find Rogers in the corner, wide open for three.
Oh.
Left it short there. Looked good, but just left it short. Castlin now in the corner to open with 4 fouls, too. Griffin left open. He traveled.
Yeah, he did that. This is something that bothers me about players watching them shoot around in the gym. Every time they catch, they do a little shuffle,
Yeah,
do a little jump.
bunny hop.
And that's what he did there. That's you got to be set and just go straight up.
I think his plan wasn't going to be to shoot the ball, but then he realized how open he was, so then he was like, I might as well get this one up. I've hit a couple threes already tonight.
Yeah, Castlin's got 4 fouls, doesn't he? He's reaching in on Tall.
Rogers, pull up, free throw line, jump shot,
That's
short.
Carmen.
It's going to be on Carmen.
Oh, yeah. There's no I know the Breckenridge County fans are going to be arguing, but he just threw him to the ground. I mean,
I think in Braden Carmen's defense, it was a foul. I think it was DeWeese. I think he sold it a little bit, but it definitely was a foul.
Yeah.
It's going to be the 4th on Carmen actually after.
Yeah, he still got one. He'll give it, or he'll make somebody earn it.
Price now on the drive. Tough drive from Price. Corner, Murphy, no good. Castlin with the rebound, just throws it back. Murphy's there in the corner to Castlin for 3, no good.
Wow.
Got to get a rebound if you're the Fighting Tigers. Going to be a foul on Tall, I think.
Yeah, now what I don't like, you talk about consistency. Mercer comes in the lane, spins, lays it in. This is in the first half. Called a travel. Price, he glided through that lane.
Jeff LaGrange wasn't a big fan of the no call.
Yeah.
We can just say that. Trying to get Ty Price to basketball. Mercer Rogers doing a great job defensively. Only 2 points in this half for Price now. Jab step, and he's looking to shoot the ball here. They got the switch. Got to sit in the chair for Tall. In my opinion, is it a foul? It's a physical game.
Yeah.
That's a touch foul. That's a touch foul.
That's 3 fouls on the Fighting Tigers inside 2 minutes. This is not
that's a tough
start.
One.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's still a 4-point game. They're getting the switch again. Now they're trying to do anything they can to get Rogers off of Price. And that's a huge credit to Mercer Rogers here. Nice move by Ty Price to get himself some space.
Got a rebound.
That's going to be.
Yeah, it's a foul.
I thought that was Castlin at first. That's going to be on DeWeese. That's 4 on Trevor DeWeese, though.
Yeah, they're racking up.
And, man, like I said, credit to Mercer Rogers, how good he's been scoring the ball, matching Ty Price, both of them 17 points, but now you're guarding Price on the other end, and only 2 points. And the ultimate credit to a defender is whenever they're running screens and switches to get that guy off of you. Yeah. Credit to Mercer Rogers here. Jonah Miller, it's got to be a foul, and it is. It's going to be a foul on Curtis Murphy.
And something, if this is taking nothing away from Price, who is a great player. But I think elite players, you have to do it at both ends. You got to score, and Mercer, he's taken on the challenge of picking up Price. Now, Price has guarded Mercer when they've been in man, but I just like to see that from the Breckenridge County number 10.
And, down to a one-possession game here to the free throw, knocked down by Jonah Miller.
Anything can happen in a one-possession game.
Second free throw is good as well. 2-point game, 65-63. About 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. What a game.
And this is where we would need the gym to be packed out.
Yeah, this is a disappointing crowd, I will say. Student section's turned up a little bit more, but the crowd appeared to be a lot more packed tonight. Castlin down the drive. Pass to Murphy. He's killed him from that corner, and he knocks it down.
So many offensive weapons for Butler County. There's Price picking up Mercer.
Murphy's.
Oh, you think? Oh, a tip regained.
Rogers 3.
Oh! Just how they drew it up.
20 for Rogers now. And Murphy's, like I was saying, was a guy 4.4 points per game on the night as Price drives. Tough layup. Good defense by Rogers. Nottingham gets the rebound, and the Tigers can tie or take the lead here. Couldn't even finish my point about Curtis Murphy there. Too exciting. Miller, the layup, puts it in. Tie game. 13 for Jonah Miller.
Wow, it's been quite a 2 minutes in Tiger Arena.
About 4:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. 68-68. You can see a fifth foul on Castlin here. Maybe offensive or on the other end would be great for the Fighting Tigers. Griffin going to drive on Toll. Too easy for Briar Griffin.
Yeah.
Almost smoked the layup, but not enough resistance there by Toll defensively.
Right, you don't want to be giving up layups with
Momentum killer.
yeah.
Toll. Maybe a push-off, but hey,
Yeah.
got away with it.
He did. Maybe. Oh, and
Murphy leaks out.
He was there.
Cross-court pass to Griffin now. Over to Castlin. Got to guard him close as well. Leading scorer for Butler County tonight with 19. Rogers still traveling with Price. Griffin now looking to drive again on Toll.
No shot.
No shot. And if you're Braxton Toll, you see what Brian Griffin's trying to do. He's trying to get to the basket. You have to keep him in front of you. That's what he's trying to do. He's putting his head down. He's going to the basket. Second time in a row there, and there was a foul there, but you have to keep him in front of you.
And he's a good defender. He's got that ability. He can shift laterally, and I think it's we got to recognize, like you say, Simon, it's a timeout for the home team. Woo! Suddenly we're tied.
And one thing you notice, too, is a heavy dose of Jonah Miller post-action. If you're going to put a smaller defender like Murphy on him, and you saw it with Hooten as well,
Yep.
Jonah Miller has the skill in the post game to take advantage of a smaller defender, and they're going to it down the stretch. He's making him pay.
Yeah, and he can also off the dribble. He's caught it a couple times at the top of the key, and just has the ability. Being a taller player, sometimes, not saying you lose the ability to handle the ball, but he's about 6'4", and he's putting it on the floor and getting all the way to the rack and finishing with finesse. But
And
my goodness.
What a game.
What a game. Simon, every time I feel like we're here, we talked about this before the game. We've had some good ones.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably, I don't want to say favorite, but one of my, I'm just going to call it the Devin Spalding game versus Meade County, where that was a very defensive game, like in the 30s, but then Devin hits 2 threes in a row in the corner to seal the win.
Great one.
But this one is also approaching instant classics. It's already there.
Yeah.
Just how it's going to end is what remains to be seen.
Ty Price now. Will they send the screen to get Rogers off of him? Price, pull up, mid-range jump shot, no good. Nottingham with the rebound. A huge stop there for the Fighting Tigers, and they can take the lead, I believe, for the first time tonight. Rogers on the drive. Driving strong, loses his footing. Hardesty's been hot all night from 3. Knocks it down. A fifth three for Chase Hardesty. 21 points, leading all scores. 73-70. Breckenridge County takes their first lead of the night, under 3 to go in the fourth quarter. Strong drive from Griffin, loses the ball.
Ooh, that's going to stay. It's going to stay. You also have to shout out Nottingham's defensive rebounding in the fourth quarter off these misses. He secured several key busts. Oh, Rogers almost had that one. As Price tried to go over to the top.
Pass into Griffin now. Mercer fighting through all the screens to stick with Price. Done a great job with them. And too easy. Gives him a wide open layup for Castlin. 21 for him, leading Butler County. And if you're Breckenridge County here, you're winning the game now. Take your time and get a good look.
Yeah, run your offense.
You get Miller isolated down low. Miller gets him in the air. Where's the foul?
Where's the whistle?
Where's the foul?
Oh, that was not straight up. Official saying straight up. No, sir.
It's going to lead to layup on the other end. A tough layup up and under by Justin Castlin, and he is leading the Bears down the stretch with 23 points.
I've got to apologize for my no, sir, where's the foul, but I mean, I'll have to watch it back.
Definitely should have been a foul there. Reached over him. Rogers, tough move. What a layup by Mercer Rogers. Little jelly there.
Yeah.
Tigers take the lead once again, 75-74, under 2 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Rogers relishing this. He's been on Price all night, not back down one time, picking him up full court.
Price drops to his left. Tough
shot.
floater, and he knocks it down. Another full time for Butler County, and man, I got to say, what a game. This is back and forth with Butler County taking that early lead. And to think, if they don't go up 14-3, where this game could be at. Rutgers County still 100% in the hunt, only down by 1, and going back and forth now.
Yeah, late game, if it's a 1-point difference, that means there's going to be lead changes. Both teams are scoring, so there will be lots of lead changes and chances to feel that momentum. Then you think, let's just get a stop, but then the other team comes down and scores. You see, going back to the Miller, I don't want to harp on it, but got the defender in the air, and then the officials are said that Murphy was straight up. And I sometimes my memory, but it looked like his hands at the top were not. Yeah, they weren't straight up. Sort of like he's. Sometimes you see players make a tunnel, or cheerleaders make a tunnel for players to run through. Kind of did that with his arms, put them forward.
Yeah, I don't think he was straight up there. I mean, he was leaning over. I just don't think that was a straight up call there.
Yeah, Coach LaGrange is talking about that right now. This is part of the game, you know. Get that, get in the official's ear. Here we go.
Hardesty now taking up the court.
Who's had an excellent game, by the way. Offensive masterclass. 3-point shooting marksman.
Hardesty now on the drive.
Maybe
Griffin reaching in.
Maybe over-dribbled a little there, but.
Griffin goes through the screen.
Castlin, there's a lot of
tough pass from Rogers. Going to get a foul.
Finally.
It's going to be on.
So it's 4 on Griffin.
Probably should have been fouled out by now.
He's gotten away with a lot. And then Castlin going for an aggressive reach in. But got to get the ball in.
Nice play to Rogers there.
Oh, look, from Nottingham.
Play drawn up by Coach LaGrange. Woo! What a play. What a pass. What a finish by Rogers. 24 to lead all scores. And Price, they get the switch.
Yeah, they got what they wanted.
Pass.
Oh, low pass.
Tough pass. Griffin going to drive now. Might be a charge.
Miller.
No call. Nottingham with the rebound. We're going to foul. That's going to be 5 on Briar Griffin.
And Nottingham, another big rebound. That is it doesn't mean the game is over, but that's a big loss for Butler County. Incidentally, Simon, as I take a moment to breathe, both teams with 4 fouls, so any foul off the ball now puts the player on the line for 2, but here we go.
Price reaching in on Rogers again.
Nottingham with the stonewall screen.
Got to be a foul. That should be 5 on.
Oh, Coach LaGrange with the timeout. But
good timeout. He got him in the trap there, but I think, man, no timeout. That might have been a foul on Castlin.
It looked like he came in aggressively, but I guess the other side of that, if there's no timeout taken and there is no whistle, it's probably going to be a turnover.
Yeah.
So this is, you think back to when you practice, you know, it's 3 o'clock. Fighting Tigers are practicing in the gym. Nobody's in here. Maybe you've got the track. If it's raining or something, they're up top running around. But you practice these situations. We've got a 1-point lead. We're under a minute. We need to get the ball in and we need to execute. But the only difference, Simon, and it's a big difference, the feel of the empty gym on a Monday afternoon does not match this.
Yeah, you can't. There's nothing you can do to kind of simulate this environment that we're in right now. And this is such a big play. You're up 1. You would like to obviously, I mean, there's no shot clock, so you want to make them foul you, but they're going to try to trap. They're going to try to go for the steal. Going to try to get the trap. So it's like the ball in Mercer Rogers' hands. I'm going to live with the result here.
Yep. Let's see what he can do.
They send 2 at him. Turns it over, and a timeout going to be given to to Butler County, and that was about worst case scenario there.
Yeah. The only way it could have been worse is if you fouled on the turnover too to put him on the line. But that's like you look at it, a lost opportunity. And now with the advantage, Butler County, you know who this is going through.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have his running mate, Price and Griffin. That would be the answers to those questions.
And I think defensively here, I would presume it's going to be some action with Ty. Probably going to try to set a high ball screen to get Rogers off of him. We've seen Price only with 4 points. He has 2 this quarter, 2 in the third. And Mercer Rogers did a spectacular job on him. They're going to try to probably run a screen to get a switch. Who they try to bring to Price, not sure.
They've past couple possessions, it's been Nottingham initially.
In my opinion, if they get that switch and they go isolation, you send 2 at them.
Yeah.
If somebody else makes a 3 to win the game potentially, you tip your cap and you say, well, they got it. But Mercer Rogers has done a great job, as good a job as I've seen anybody do on Ty Price. Castlin in the corner now. Screen, trying to get the ball to Price. Rogers, great defense. Contested 3 by Price. No good. Miller with the rebound. Foul is called.
He's headed to the line. I mean, how many screens did Rogers fight through there? 6 on one possession. And Price talking to the officials saying he was fouled on the shot. There was close.
There was contact, but
yeah.
I think that was spectacular defense by number 10 in White.
Oh, yeah.
And leading this team, and Breckenridge County can finish the deal and win this one.
Yeah, you said it. Got to finish now.
Miller, first free throw up, and it's good for Jonah Miller.
That's
Can he knock down one more?
Yeah, now one more is still not safe.
Definitely not.
This is
now,
a dangerous.
Here comes the question you always got to pose in the situation. Do you foul up 3? If it's me, I'm fouling every day of the week, twice on Sundays. Miller knocks down.
We'll find out. No timeout. Wait, actually, yes, Butler County took one. So, I get the logic, Simon. In this particular, with the new high school bonus rules that kicked in last year, it's an automatic 2 shots, sure. So there won't be any kind of 1-and-1, but you have to watch. Now, somebody like Price, he's got the high basketball IQ. If he has the ball with his range and with his shot making and clutch ability, that could be a dangerous foul.
Yeah.
Because he'll go up and
once he crosses half court, it's got to be, if you're going to get him, try to get it on the catch. You catch the ball, somebody's got to be there.
We'll see. You rarely see coaches do that, Simon, but you would say you would.
Yeah, it's more of a prominent thing in the NBA for sure. Even to me now, I tell you, and a lot of people have kind of argued it kind of ruins it in the NBA because there's not a lot of game-winning opportunities because people you foul and you play the free throw game. They foul, and you foul, and it's back and forth until the time kind of runs out. If you make your free throws, you're in a good spot. Now, if you miss one, it makes it a 2-point game. Then you can't foul then because then you're guaranteeing them a chance to tie the game. But if that's me, you press here.
Look at the defense,
You got to
Simon.
press here.
What is this?
You cannot let him cleanly inbound the ball with no pressure.
Oh, my goodness.
16.
Oh, my goodness.
You foul him. You got to foul here. You cannot let him win the game or tie the game here. They got 3 on him.
Hardesty goes for the steal.
Hardesty.
And he's fouled.
It's going to be 5 on Case Hooten. And if Chase Hardesty can at least split a pair here, I would presume that may be the ball game.
Fans.
And that's going to be a foul out from Hooten. Some fan taunting here.
Oh, my goodness.
But
Hardesty just sealed his offensive game with the defensive special.
And Chase Hardesty as well. I spoke about somebody needing to step up, and him right now with 21 huge ones. 5 threes for Chase Hardesty and 2 big free throws here. Needs to knock down at least one of these. First one is up, and it is good for Chase Hardesty.
Oh, mama.
And Tigers all back defensively.
Simon, can you come every game?
Taking free throw by Chase Hardesty is up. No good. Maybe smart to miss that one, honestly.
Yeah, no foul.
Don't foul him here. No foul, no good. And the Fighting Tigers have pulled off a huge upset here against Butler County. And what a game. 14-3. They start the game down.
Yes.
And to fight back, the resilience of the Fighting Tigers here to win this game against a team, Lawson Rice or not, this is one of the best teams in the region. One of the best 3 teams in the region. It will be a threat in Owensboro for region tournament time, but this is a team in Breckinridge County that I think is a big threat in that region tournament as well. I mean, look at what Breck County's done. Close game against Owensboro. They probably should have won that Owensboro game.
Yes.
They beat in a thriller Grayson County here 80-78, now 80-76. And you've shown you can win multiple ways. You can win low-scoring games with your defense. You can win high-scoring games with your offense against high-scoring teams like Grayson and Butler. This is a team that is going to be a big threat come region tournament time.
And this is a result that's going to get some talking around the region.
Definitely.
And this is not like Breckinridge County took a big lead and then sort of held on. This was a fight back. This was a comeback. There were several times in the first half where it looked like Butler County's just about to make it balloon the score, but staying in range, keeping it close, keeping it within touching distance, and then just some exquisite defending and rebounding. And Butler County just stopped making their shots. But that was credit to the Breckinridge County defense.
And, I want to just shout out some players here for the Fighting Tigers. First of all, their offense and their team as a whole runs through one man. That's number 10, Mercer Rogers. He had a spectacular game, one of the better games I've ever seen him play. He's had more points in games that I've seen, had 24 tonight, but his defense against the best player, I'm going to say it, the best player in the region, arguably, probably not even arguably, he's averaging 30 points a game in Ty Price. You hold him to 4 points in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's such an accomplishment, a testament to how good, how much of a leap Mercer's taken on that end to be able to take a guy like Ty, hold him to 4 points, and on the other end, overtake him in scoring and give you 24 clutch buckets down the stretch. Great passing, the entry passes to Jonah Miller, who's the next thing I want to talk about. Down the stretch, him on Hooten, on Murphy, taking advantage of those mismatches and scoring down low, man. And finally, got to go to Chase Hardesty.
Oh, yeah.
5 big threes, knocking down clutch buckets to keep him in the game in the first half, and they were kind of
needed
looking
it.
good
Mm-hmm.
and needed those. Then at the end, knocking down the free throws to seal the game.
Getting that steal, too, when Price had made a nice move, but Hardesty anticipates. And I don't know Chase's career high, but I think this will be his career game so far.
Yeah.
Like with the gravity of the shots he was making, the plays he's making. It was just a fun night. I said it a minute ago, Simon. Can you come back more often?
The two games that I've been here for this year were both the Grayson game and then the Butler County game. This one, Tigers score 80 points both times, a consistent little 80-point average.
There's something when you come in the doors. It's just the basketball happens.
Yeah. What a game, Like I said, this is a team in Breckinridge County that come region tournament time, I don't think anybody wants to see, and wasn't able to come and watch them play Meade County here where they unfortunately lost. That was a game I think Mercer was just kind of getting back into the flow of things.
Yeah, a lot of fouls.
So I think that game is going to be – is that this Friday they play?
Away, yeah.
At Meade.
Mm-hmm.
Be a fun game to have some Breck Live coverage at if possible.
We've been there before.
Yeah. Last year, there were some district tournament games last year was very fun, but that'd be a game I keep my eye on. I think that's a game where Breckinridge County can build off of this one. Also, they want to get some revenge on their biggest rival and go out there and take that one as well.
But got to keep them from claiming the antlers.
Yeah. And I think also that matters a lot for district tournament time.
It does.
You kind of have a lot of factors like RPI come into account whenever if they have the same record, within the district. I think I don't know margin of victory. That was a close game. I know here you can get maybe a double-digit win down there would be
that'd be a real nice night for the.
To me,
folks
if
in
you
maroon
can
and
beat
white.
this team, how poorly you played defensively in that first half, you held them to would that be 18 points in the second half after you give up 54 in the first 22. Excuse me.
No, you're good.
That's
Yeah, they scored 32 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So to keep them to 22 and a half
Yeah.
after giving up 32 and a quarter, that's just it's just
I mean, it's just spectacular
nice.
defense.
I'm out of words now.
Yeah, it's spectacular defense. And you just got to give credit to Coach LaGrange and the Fighting Tigers. It's a fun one.
Yeah, they got it done, and they're going to got a lot of folks waiting. And I've got to say, if you were watching on Breck Live, we appreciate you tuning in. But, the next time there's going to be a premier matchup, you need to, if you can, come out and watch it. Because watching that happen, we were happy to bring it to you, though. And we're glad to do this for everybody. Man, that was awesome.
Definitely a fun one, and I'm glad I was able to come back and kind of have a little.
Oh, this is the longest we've ever been on the air after a game has ended, and it's one of the reasons I just don't want to leave. I just want to be on the air with you, Simon.
I know kind of had a long outro the last game. I think it was the last game we did last year, the girls game, kind of like a farewell type of thing.
Yeah.
Just saying, kind of just an end of the year, end of the journey, I guess, type of stuff for the Breck Live.
Don't make me cry.
And that was a fun time. Obviously the region tournament, and then this kind of being able to come back and do this. It was such a great game, such just a fun experience. Like I said, being able to do this, something I've always had a passion for, and do this has been one of the best parts of my high school experience. To be able to come back and do this, kind of I definitely don't want to say a one-off. It's something I definitely want to.
Hey, door is always open. Yeah. We took the door off the hinges. That's how open it is.
And just being able to do this and share that with the community, because I know everybody loves to be able to just, especially in the region tournament, had a record viewership. People have been able to come in and
that was fun.
Watch these games if you can't come to it or just don't feel like it and want to just stay home and watch it, the comfort of your own home. So we thank everybody for watching, thanking the viewership. Shout out to Mr. G for letting me come in and
all the shout out for you, Simon.
letting me do this another time. Rocking with Breck Live. This is Simon Drain representing Breck Live. We're signing off.